Hello, this is Longest Day, and we're going through the GT Clemson 2014 game, and we're going to be looking at all the triple options. I think I do throw a couple other plays in there, but we'll see what we get done in this segment. All right, this is our first offensive series right here. We're starting off, and you can see they have that traditional setup, defensive setup we've been seeing all year. We'll go ahead and start the play off, and the two people you want to look at, because that triple options in this direction, is a defensive end and outside linebacker. So we'll go ahead and start the play off, and you can see the outside linebacker is going in. So it's going to be a cross charge. He's definitely going in. So traditionally on a cross charge, the QB should keep the ball because the cross charge is going to take the back. Well, he doesn't actually make the tackle because somebody else makes the tackle first, and you'll see that we have to change how we do things later on in the game. But this defensive tackle is pretty good. He ends up beating his block right there and is there to make the tackle. So for no gain. So I would call this a misread, not because of the defensive tackle, but because of the cross charge. But at the same time, first play of the game, very tough defense. I can very well see Paul Johnson saying, this triple option this way with a call to give, just so he can see how things are going to, how they're going to defend the triple option. All right, we'll get to the next one. Right here. All right. So same defensive setup right here. We'll go ahead and start it off. Triple option in this direction. And you're going to see these two guys are our option players. You can see this outside linebacker cross charged in, and you can see what he's trying to do is he's trying to really split. He's hesitating. He's not coming right in to take the V-back. And what happens if you hesitate, you can give to the V-back, and you can see right here we don't give it in this case. But if you do, you can see he's going to make 4 yards. This guy's not going to stop him dead. He's going to make it to right about here. You can see that happens in the game if this guy hesitates. So in this case, I think there's enough of his motion that JT feels that he can get by him. You can see definitely that he was kind of indecisive who he's going to take. And so JT gets by him, heads to the next guy, pitches it quickly. We got one block to make out here, and we can just take it on up the field. Now I do want you to watch. Clemson is very good at taking out the cut block right there. He pushes this guy down. We do kind of get him off balance, but he's able to come back inside and trip up our player. So we end up making some reasonable yards, not too bad, and but you can see what's going on. All right, next play. Triple option in this direction. I just want you to notice there's 5 defensive linemen and 2 linebackers this time. So this is a different setup. In this setup, traditionally, we leave these 2 guys unblocked and we option off of them. You can change it up. You can block one of these and maybe option off of these 2 guys. You can change it up. But traditionally, what I've seen in our games is these are the option people. In this particular play, we get an assignment wrong because all 3 guys are unblocked. You'll see right here. This first guy comes through unblocked, and he's taking the V-back. So the quarterback keeps it perfect. Quarterback comes to the next guy right here, and he pitches it. But this third guy is unblocked. And the A-back sees this and distracts him, so he fumbles the ball. And then what's supposed to happen is this guy right here is supposed to make the block, and you'll see that later in the game how it's supposed to happen. So it ends up being a fumble. All right, so our defense does a great job of scoring and keeping their offense on the field that we have to go all the way to the second quarter to get back on the field again and run another option play. All right. Right here at the end of the commercial here is the next play. I don't want to pass it. Nope. Right here. All right, there it is. All right, so they're in that normal defense that we're used to seeing right here. Go ahead and start it off, and you can see how he's shaded to the outside of this defensive end, and he's coming in. So normally, when they come in across charge, it's a QB keep, but he is You see later in the game, he ends up causing problems because he ends up taking the quarterback, and the quarterback starts keeping the ball like normal for a cross charge. But anyways, so he's hesitating enough that we end up making our 4 yards, like we mentioned earlier. If this guy hesitates and he's not committed 100%, we're going to make our 4 yards even if we give it to the B-back. I do want you to notice something else. This center normally comes out and takes this Mike linebacker if the Mike linebacker's charging in right here. If he's charging in to stop the V-back, you have the center to go out there and stop him. Now, if he charges outside to stop the pitch man, then you have the off tackle is out here to stop him. But in this case, we were having trouble with this backside defensive tackle, so you can see we double team him right there. So that leaves this Mike linebacker unaccounted for if he's in the center. One good thing about this, though, you can see that Mike linebacker can run himself out of the play because he doesn't dive directly in here. He comes to the outside, so he's really out of the play. All right. 12:39 right here. All right, so we're back in this formation. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive linemen, and we'll see that this play works a little better. So this guy is unblocked right here. QB keeps, charges right into this next man, which is perfect, and he pitches. We've got to make a block right here, and we do. I do want to note that this off tackle comes right here, blocks this linebacker, which is what we missed last time. Last time this guy came through unblocked. And so we get a block on him, and we cut back to the inside and end up making the first down. All right. 11:42. Already passed it. Next play. This is going to be another triple option in this direction. And want to watch what these two guys are doing. So it's a cross charge. So instead of giving it, we're going to pull it like we should. I do want to note that this time this Mike linebacker is not running to the outside. He's definitely going for the V-back. You see that right there? And they both think the V-back has it right there. But the V-back doesn't have it. Thomas has it. Now we have a little bit of initial. I mean, these defensive tackles are really good. So even Shaq has a little issue with this defensive tackle getting loose, but that's all right. We're going to go ahead and option him off with this defensive end. JT does a great job of making a dangerous pitch work, and it works great. Now when everybody gets sucked to the inside, that's awesome. That's just going to be awesome. You can see that this off tackle is there to stop the Mike linebacker who is sucked to the inside anyways. So we got one block to make, and look, see, we're not cut blocking, we're pushing out. And you can see there's some speed right here. If you can get past this guy, just some speed, just got to run through. And breaks that little arm tackle right there, off to the races. Great job. All right, we're going to go ahead and get to the next one here. 7:42. And we'll make this the last one on this segment. This is the new QB counter play. Let's make sure. Yep, this is it right here. And we're going to watch what happens. Okay, this is the traditional setup we're used to seeing, but what you have is this outside linebacker has stepped up into the gap. So he stepped up into the gap, which I think causes, I really can't go back further than that, but he's stepping into the gap, and it's after the play is kind of already started. And so by stepping in the gap, I think he kind of disrupts this. This guy right here has definitely got to block him. So you see right here, we missed the block. So that's key. I do want to note right here, this guy is coming over hard. So he's going to the outside. Looks like both of these going to the outside. So what would normally happen if both of these guys go to the outside, this Mike would come down and take the B-back. But he doesn't move very much at all. In fact, he diagnoses this very, very quickly and gets to the outside. So let's go through this again. This guy ends up beating his block and he gets through right here. So that's going to be an issue. that's not allowing this guy to make his block right here. So what should happen, if this guy is blocked, he can turn up and block this guy. This guy could actually be blocked out, and there would be a seam right here for JT to hit because this guy is going too far to the outside. But since he's in the way, right there, see right there? He's in the way. He can't make the block. They can't make that seam. You can see JT was ready to make the seam right there, but it doesn't happen. All right, well, that's it for this first segment. We're going to go ahead and stop it here. We saw a couple things to note. A lot of cross-charging. There's very seldom that the outside linebacker does not cross-charge. He's hesitating in his cross-charge. So he's trying to read whether it's going to be a B-back give or a QB take, and is able to kind of try to split the difference. Sometimes we give on a hesitation. Works out great, because if you hesitate, he's going to make at least 4 yards. Sometimes we're pulling, and it's still working out pretty decent to start with, because he's just not committed to the quarterback. He's still kind of really a little bit more keyed in on the B-back, and so we're able to get to the outside. You'll see in my next segment that things start to change a little bit as the game progresses, especially in the second half. All right, I hope you enjoyed this segment, and go ahead and check the second one out. I think you'll like it.